make your mark in society. You're using all the tricks that you used on me. You're reading all them high fashion magazines. The clothes you're wearing, girl, are causing public scenes. I say, I'm not your stepping stone. I'm not your stepping stone. Not your stepping stone. I'm not your stepping stone.
driven.co. Well, glad you could join us today, and our friend Barney is just chilling during COVID. Oh my goodness, what is this? Have you ever seen one of these before? I know this is the only one I've ever seen. It's super cool. Talk about totally vintage and true to the time period. If you guessed English, you're right. If you guessed it's from the 50s, you're also right. This is a 1959 Falcon Carabbean. There were about 2,000 bodies made in England for people who wanted kit cars and who wanted something that would be affordable and racy and just fun to drive. And so there was not a lot of money around in the 50s. So these bodies were made to fit on very inexpensive chassis. And this is basically a Ford Anglia chassis, as I understand it. But the cool part about it are all the upgrades to make this a period racer. This thing was outfitted to the nines for its day. So they took a readily available chassis and went ahead and made a conversion, a Ballamy conversion to independent front suspension. It's one of the craziest front suspensions I've seen. Way cool, way period, transverse leaf, independent front suspension. How cool is that? So you've got that going on, so it's going to handle much better than most of the other cars for its period. The body's lightweight. It certainly looks sporty. No two ways about that. Then you'd go with the Ballamy lightweight racing wheels, which were the hot ticket for the time. And then you'd go ahead and do some things like put a crazy engine in it, but it had to be affordable. So what do we use? Voila. They would use a readily available Ford 10 engine, which was cheap, easy to come by, and then they would do upgrades to it. You've got this extremely cool Elva head with the IOE conversion. So instead of a side valve engine, this has now been turned into a intake over exhaust head engine, so it performed much better than the stock one. This was state of the art at the time. It's kind of crazy, and you never see an IOE running around much anymore because nobody used side valves engines. But this was the hot ticket for the time. You can see the side cover is also, for the time, state of the art. Everything was cool and done so that this car could be a period racer. This car was worked on up until about 1961. And at that point in time, the car was not completed. The body was not even mounted fully to the frame. The interior wasn't completed. And it has been sitting since 1961. It is a brand new, unfinished Falcon Carabbean kit car. almost unheard of to be in this kind of pristine condition. So you could be the one to finish this and have something that would be so crazy, period correct, and so cool for the time period. You will not be finding this elsewhere. Certainly not in this condition. So this is basically like a Lotus, early Lotus Elite would have been. Same type of construction and things like that, but much more unique than an Elite. Still really cool looking, and talk about different. The interior has got period correct buckets, banjo steering wheel. It's got a number of other parts that will help toward finishing the car, such as radiator and things like that. It's got all cool stuff, and you could set this up and finish it to your spec. It's just an amazing, amazing piece of automotive vintage history. It's basically a vintage race car that will be street legal. So if you'd like to have more information on this car, if you'd like to come take a look at it, we welcome you to come inspect this thing. You will be amazed. No two ways about it. Come visit us in Southern California at driven.co, not com, but co. Phone number is 949-234-6353. And we can ship this car worldwide and get it to you wherever you are. Thanks for checking it out. I know you're interested in this really, really amazing find. Just a barn find like no other, really. All the cool period stuff ready to go. Thanks for watching.